Welcome back to the Creative Tribe podcast. This is a podcast about all the things that fuel a creative lifestyle. I'm Brian,
Namrita.
and together we are Label Me Other. Label Me Other is our production company, and our goals are to create creative problem solvers and help you skyrocket in content creation. If this sounds like something that you're interested in, give us a like, a follow, subscribe wherever you may be listening or watching. And if you have any questions about content creation or starting a creative lifestyle, or if you just want to work with us, send us an email at labelmeother@gmail.com. New episodes of this show drop every Tuesday. All right, so moving on to our event session. This is a portion of our podcast where we get anything off of our chest that has us in a negative mood, because we believe that one of the keys to starting a creative lifestyle is having the space to shake off any negative energy you may have stored within you. So starting off
Yeah.
with Rita, you have any events?
Yeah, I got a vent. I got a vent. So today I think right now for me, like Brian knows a little bit more behind the scenes, but like life has just been lifing right now. It's been a lot of life and going on. And it just seems like so many things are just colliding all at one time, right? And it's just like I know sometimes as a creative, we have to like pull this creative energy out of nowhere, seemingly nowhere. And it's like when life is life and like this, it's so hard to find like that creative spark, if you will. It's
Yeah.
like everything just like especially just regular life stuff. Like I mean, it could be anything from like bills to family to health to whatever, and it just like sucks you out of this like creative zone. And so I've definitely been in that, and I feel like I haven't abandoned my creativity, but it's been a definite like struggle to
Mm-hmm.
like stay tapped into that.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me it's just been like if you guys are in that zone where just so many things are happening in your life right now, like just know you just got to just take it one day at a time. Just take it one day at a time. Try not to throw in the towel and just completely give up, but just do a little bit every day that you can toward what you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to achieve.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
I don't have a vent, but I just want to say this just, the things that I've been dealing with is just, just you things, everything is like hills and valleys. You have your high points and everything is great, but then just know that there are going to be moments where you hit your lows, and just know
Yeah.
that you're not going to stay in the low
Yeah.
always. You're going to come up out of it. So just that's just kind of where I'm at. I'm on the back end of a low, kind of going back up to like like a hill. uh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
just not really
Oh,
an event, but just something I just want to share.
for sure. For sure. That's a good one.
All right, so let's just get into our main topic. And today I want to talk about turning your passion into captivating content. Because whenever we first started on our social media journey, really putting our best foot forward, was sharing our knowledge. We had to figure out, okay, well, what is our niche? Like, how are we going to deliver this message of content creation, education, and starting a creative lifestyle and building up creative problem solvers. And so I just want to just drop a few things in your ear about how you can do this, because the faster that you could create, the faster that you could figure out your creative passion, your niche, or your purpose, all those are kind of just interchangeable. The faster you can start on your journey of creating content and building an audience. um, so the first thing is that you really need to hone in on what your true interests are. Now, I know that a lot of people have these lists of like the top niches to create content for on YouTube, and a lot of those you
Yeah.
may not even have like a true interest in. But you really, like, the key to this, the foundation is you need to find and create content on a subject or area that you're truly passionate about.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree with that. And sometimes it's hard for people to know what they're good at or like what they're passionate about. But like there are ways you can do it. Like I made a post a while back. It's been a long time ago, but like you could look at where you spend your money. You can look
Mhm.
at where you spend your time. You can look at what people tell you you're good at. I mean, there's little hints to like what you could potentially be great at in these areas. So yeah, for sure, those are ways you can kind of help figure out what they are.
Right, right, right. So if you're able to figure out what your passion, what your niche, or what your purpose is, the next thing you want to do, you want to start crafting and honing your personal style.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, what helped me get to my own personal style is that I always want to find the easiest and simplest way to create the content. It needs to be like automatic. You
Mm.
want your path to content creation to be barrier free.
Yeah, yeah.
Just, just find the easiest way that you could create that content.
I think for me, when I'm trying to figure out how to do my content, I'm pulling from real life, and that really helps me within the realm of what I'm trying to do. So I just try to pull from whatever I'm currently going through to help me like harness that into something to do with the content that I'm doing. But I totally agree with you. Like, make it be easy. You can challenge yourself in ways, but like making it easy, it helps so much because then you're not trying to like keep up with other people. You're just doing with
Right,
whatever's within your current realm of creation at the moment.
right, right, right. I
Yeah.
agree. And along those lines, finding the easiest and simplest way to create your content, you need to be able to create content that you feel that I can make content about this for years. Like there's no ending. I can come up with topics and talk about this forever. I mean, that really
Yeah.
goes in line with, something that you're truly passionate about. You can really talk about it ad nauseum. You can just talk about it forever. So
Yeah.
you want to get to the point, you want to feel, along the way of honing into your own personal storytelling style with your content, you have to feel that you can create content like this for years.
Yeah. And you'll kind of notice like when you're doing that, you naturally just keep finding information on topics you're interested in. Like if you're a gamer, you're naturally going to be like, "Oh, the new XXX game is about to come out," or "Oh, they
Mhm.
did this and created this game." Like before you know it, you realize like you're already like subconsciously searching for information and finding new things on subjects that you like. So it kind
Right.
of goes hand in hand if you find something that you really enjoy.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree. So, you feel that now you feel that you could create content on this niche, this passion for years on end. Now you want to step it up. You want to start storytelling. You want to start sharing your story. You need to be comfortable, first off, with what you share. You don't want to overshare, but share
Yeah.
what you're comfortable with sharing with your personal story.
Mhm.
Because whenever you do this, whenever you add personal aspects to it, you come across as real and authentic, not like
Yeah.
you're just tossing random information about your niche to your audience. Like you're real. You go through real problems just like them.
Yeah.
um so I mean that seems to have worked for us because both of us share personal information from time to time, and that really helps with building an audience.
Yeah, yeah. And it's funny you say that because I was watching this video recently, just some social media influencer, and they were like doing like a new house tour or something like that. And
Mhm.
she just like was mispronouncing words, or she was like, "Oh, how do you say that? What is this called again?" Like, and it was just like
uh
normal things. Like you could tell she just didn't know the word for it, or she just couldn't remember it.
mhm.
But it was like I made a mental note. Like those are the things that make people real. Those are the
Yes.
things that make people feel like they're your friend. It's because like, oh, you don't know that that's a faucet, or they call that a faucet, or oh, you didn't,
Mhm.
but it's just like, don't take those things out. Don't cut it out if you can help it. Unless you like, I mean, I've had times where I mispronounced someone's name and I didn't want that to go out, so I retook the take. But like, if you make a natural flub up, just leave it in, and let people know that hey, you flub up, you mess up too.
Messed up. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree. And all of these things lead you to ultimately building a community and an audience around your
Yeah.
content. I mean, because that's really ultimately that I know that I'm learning that that's where you really want to go. Those are the people that are there. Well, one, they're there for the content, but they're also there for you and your journey. And that's and
Yeah.
that and that's really important. You really want those people around you with those, with the content that you're creating. Just really building a community.
Yeah. It's like, how do you get people to actually care about you as a person and
Right.
not just what you're giving them or how you're helping them, but like to actually care about me, care about something that's going on in my personal life, or care about, something that may have happened or occurred. Like, I think that's the ultimate sign of like a good community. Like,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So just to recap on turning your passions into captivating content. First, you only want to make content that you truly have an interest in.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you want to find the easiest and simplest way to create that content. Three, you want to feel like the content that you're creating, you can make videos or podcasts or whatever, that you could create that content for years and never run out of inspiration. And
Yeah.
then, but what am I, three, four? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So four, number four, you want to share your personal story. Now, be careful. You don't want to overshare, but be comfortable what you want to share. Share your story. And number five, all of these things lead to helping you build a community and build an audience around your content and have people truly value you and your content. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Solid tips there for you guys to hit the ground running with, for sure.
all right, there you go.
So this brings us to our mastering your own destiny. A while back, I decided to take control of my own destiny by embodying who I wanted to become. So every day, I actively channel being a successful creative director, and I bring that energy into, my work until it becomes my new reality. So I've been doing this, and this week, my update is that when you're on the path, you should expect debris.
Mhm.
And I think we kind of touched on this a little bit in maybe an episode or a couple episodes back, but this kind of goes into my vent for this week. Is like I've said, life has been lifing me, and not only in just like regular life, but in work aspects as well. And so it's just one of those things. Is like when you're so focused in on doing something,
Mhm.
you should expect that everything around you is probably going to go awry, and it definitely has been doing that. And I don't know. I think for me, I'm trying to not abandon the mission, which I'm not going to do. Don't worry, I'm not
Yeah.
going to abandon it. But I'm there's always those thoughts of like, let me just leave this. This is getting too crazy, or it's trying to go somewhere totally different. And so yeah, having that occur on top of life stuff happening, it's just a lot. It's a lot to
Yeah.
stay focused and to like keep myself grounded in this destiny journey.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
um
but I feel like, all those roadblocks, they help you, you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
and so you're doing the right thing by not, running away from it. It's like you're staying in it and you're finding solutions to those challenges and problems.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like, I know it's a good sign. Like typically when you're on a good path and this happens, like it's letting you know you're on the right track. And
Right.
so I'm trying to take it as that sign instead of being like, oh, I should just quit. It's more so like, oh man, I must be getting close to something, because things are really starting to shake up
Hmm.
in other spaces to throw you off or to really maybe challenge you in ways. So I'm trying to just keep my perspective in a positive state and not let it go too dark or too negative.
Right. Right.
But yeah, so that's my update for this week.
All right, cool. We really want to thank you guys for listening. If you like what we're providing here, please head over to our TikTok, search Label Me Other, and join our creative tribe. If you like the podcast, be sure to give us a like and a follow. And if you have any questions in the realm of content creation or starting a creative lifestyle, email us at labelmeother@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.